Breaking stories. This is new video out of St. Paul where police are investigating a double shooting that left one man dead.
And we're also live at Bald Eagle Lake right now, where a man went underwater last night and never resurfaced. We just confirmed new details with his family. So, of course, a lot of big stories that we have to get to this morning.
Yeah, but first let's start with Ben for a look at this humid forecast we have on the store today.
Yeah, the highest humidity likely felt during the day today. We're looking at the heat index value in the low to mid 90s, which is just shy of the heat advisory criteria, but it's another hot and humid day. That's basically it. And this will likely be the 22nd day this year hitting 90 degrees or warmer, at least in the Twin Cities. Visibility due to fog, it's really low across far southern Minnesota, and even Wilmer's seen about a quarter-mile visibility. It's areas in southern Minnesota, however, pea soup thick fog, especially along the I-90 corridor, and that's where we have a dense fog advisory until 9 o'clock this morning. We're seeing even dense fog as far north as the Owatonna area, and Megan was saying the city of Hope, which is just south of Owatonna, they're dealing with fog, and apparently, Megan, they have some really good butter there as well, right?
Yes, Hope Butter.
Hope Butter.
If you've never had Hope Butter, I'm telling you, it'll change your life. It's really good. It's really, really good. All right, let's take a look right now at 494. So this is in Bloomington. We do have a vehicle that is on the shoulder there. It's not causing any traffic delays at this point, but just be aware, take caution, because that vehicle has been there for a while this morning until it gets towed away. Alicia and Jason, anyone tried Hope Butter?
No, but it's on the list.
Okay, good.
For sure.
Had it on
Megan,
your list.
thanks.
Yeah.
All right, 6:01. We do need to catch you up on new developments in two big breaking situations that have all happened overnight.
So we're going to start in St. Paul, where in the last 6 hours we learned a man is dead and another is hurt after a shooting. This happened at a home near Park Street and Manitoba Avenue in St. Paul's north end. Cece is live outside of St. Paul Police Headquarters with this new information. Cece.
Good morning, guys. I can tell you this morning that this is still an open investigation this morning. At this point this morning, officers have secured the scene and they're interviewing possible witnesses. Here's everything we know so far about what happened overnight here. Now, officials tell us that officers got called to the area just before 11 p.m. When they got there, they found a man who had been shot in the head. That person died at the scene. Police also found another person who had been grazed by a bullet. Medics took them to Regions Hospital. Within the last few hours, we've learned their condition is non-life-threatening.
This is difficult not only for the family, of course, and the neighborhood who is experiencing this tonight, but also our officers who are trying to find answers for the family and looking for the community's help if they know anything as well.
If you know anything about what happened, St. Paul Police are asking you to reach out to their homicide unit. Officials tell us it's still very early on, but they could have some new updates to share by tomorrow morning. Guys.
All right, Cece Gaines reporting live in St. Paul this morning. Thank you. We also have new information about the search for a missing man on Bald Eagle Lake in White Bear Lake Township.
Ava's been at the lake all morning long with brand new information that you just confirmed by the man's family. What can you tell us, Eva?
Alicia, well, I just spoke with the man's nephew about 30 minutes ago. He has been out here all morning through last night into the early hours of this morning, and he had 3 friends join him just about a half hour ago. They brought a new tank of fuel and they were ready to hit the water again. The nephew identified him as Mark Lowell, and we have his picture that was sent to us by the nephew, Johnny. The family tells us Mark and his girlfriend were spending the evening on the lake on a pontoon, and around 8 o'clock he went into the water. His girlfriend then saw him struggling and yelling for help. He went under and never resurfaced. Again, this is all according to Mark, the missing man's nephew, who I spoke with just a half hour ago. Authorities were on the scene searching until 1 in the morning, and they do plan to be back out here at 10 a.m. Now, we know that friends and family have been out here all night and are continuing to search, and more family is expected to be here at 7 this morning, so in just under an hour here, as it's a big team effort to find him. Guys?
Yeah, it's such a sad story, and hopefully we have a good outcome here at the end of the day. Eva reporting live for us this morning. Thank you.
All right, new video this morning from a late night fire at a home over in St. Paul. It happened before 11 in the Frogtown neighborhood near Lexington Parkway and 94. Firefighters told our crew one person lived in the home and was not hurt. No word yet on what caused the fire.
Well, it's quiet in Washington, D.C. right now as we take a live look at our nation's capital. Less than 12 hours ago, crews were putting up fencing around the federal courthouse ahead of former President Donald Trump's court appearance today. In a few hours, he'll be arraigned for the third time. NBC's Garrett Hake has the latest on the charges that he's facing.
Coming up this morning on Today, the historic arraignment of Donald Trump on charges that he participated in what prosecutors call a criminal scheme to overturn the results of the 2020 election. What his lawyers are saying about those charges, how they are dividing the Republican field, and what happens next in a case that has captivated Washington ever since the attack on the Capitol all the way back on January 6th. That's coming up this morning on Today.
6:05 this morning. New details on the deadly shooting of Ricky Cobb during a traffic stop on Monday morning. Police records show Cobb had an active order for protection against him in Ramsey County and was on supervised probation for domestic abuse. According to attorney Paul Applebaum, Minnesota State Troopers were attempting a probable cause hold for violating the domestic abuse order for protection, which is legal. Right now, the troopers involved are on leave, which is standard policy. Black Lives Matter Twin Cities is demanding Governor Walz fire the troopers and Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty and charge them and issues a warrant for those troopers' arrests.
A new ruling from the Minnesota Supreme Court suggests the state's pollution control agency did not do its job and may have broken the law while considering a permit for a proposed mine. In question here is the Polymet copper nickel mine proposed near Babbitt, Minnesota. After getting 3 important permits in 2018, those permits have been under legal challenge since. The court ruled the MPCA failed to document in writing concerns the Environmental Protection Agency had over water pollution with the mine. The opinion cites the MPCA tried to avoid public awareness and scrutiny over issues raised because of intense public interest in the mine.
Minnesota could have a new state flag soon. Final selections are underway by a 13-member group set up after this year's session. The group is made up of representatives from diverse communities throughout the state. They have until January to present lawmakers with a variety of design options. The new flag will be revealed on May 11th for Statehood Day.
Some sad news this morning for a popular Minneapolis staple. Psycho Susie's Motor Lounge is closing after 20 years. In a Facebook post, owner Leslie Bach says it's time for Susie to retire. That bar, known for its wild ideas like a 4-month Christmas celebration and its massive umbrella-speckled patio along the Mississippi, will close on August 19th.
Sad to see it go. Well, this morning, Round Lake Beach in Eden Prairie is closed for a second time this summer. Routine tests found unsafe levels of bacteria in the water. It's going to reopen once testing reveals levels are back in normal range.